There is nothing in space, no sound outside the ship, no air, no view, and nothing is certain. Inside the ship, there are sounds of expanding and contracting metal. The steel groans as half of the ship is microwaved by beams of death from our nearest star. The other half is freezing, facing a black void. Past the Van Allen belt, there is no protection for weary travelers from the harsh cosmic rays of radiation and fast-moving neutron particles. Space is not a safe place, or a warm place, or a good place to be. It's death for all but a few brave individuals willing to leave the comfort of their homes, their families and friends, to spend long voyages far away from everything they knew. There is no punishment worse than a life spent in space. Yet for some, space is a profession. Pirates, researchers, miners, and scrap junkies all drift out here. A few even call it home. Just beyond Earth, large freight vessels orbit the constellation collecting junk. There is nothing glamorous about their work, but it's necessary to keep the dream alive. Humanity's dream of someday cruising across the heavens, leaving behind Earth and everything we need to find new homes, new places of wealth and industry. We never take care of what we have because we never accept our circumstances. Some cannot accept their circumstances, and so they look beyond their horizons, and they travel deep into the far reaches of space collecting junk. Most scrap junkies live and work outside of Jupiter. They work in this sector because it's near where much of the mining takes place. Jupiter continuously pulls in asteroids into its orbit, which makes them easy to catch. Much of the asteroid mining outside of Jupiter began in 2060, after the asteroid mining operations near Earth ended in catastrophe. Large quantities of junk were carelessly dumped to this space, and much of it found its way back under Earth. Most of it didn't burn up within the atmosphere, and many lost their lives. Humanity learned its lesson, and for the first time, we regulated space and banned any mining or industrial operations at or within the Van Allen belt. Asteroids must be caught before coming into contact with this invisible line, or else they are no longer legal to mine. Spaceflight has always been humanity's greatest pride and least favored asset. Much of the science and development went into life extension and human augmentation. Very little of humanity's focus or interest is in space travel. There were short periods of growth, however, but it's not like the movies. Though fusion drives to exist, they're expensive, and the fuel they rely on can burn through a year's worth of salaries for an entire crew in minutes. Most ships are reluctant to use their fusion drives, and rather they opt for solar sails instead. Solar sails don't require fuel, and they can run indefinitely. Ships often use their fusion drives for several seconds at most, just long enough to get an inertia boost, where they can engage their sails and travel through space unabated. These ships use large spinning coils to create artificial gravity. Without gravity, long voyages of years at a time would not be possible.